Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the February 6th edition of Carolina Week.
I'm Stacy Putzakulish. Coming up, we'll profile another candidate for UNC Student Body President.
I'm Erin Summers. I'll tell you how the UNC campus-wide hopes to get Carolina to beat Duke off the basketball court.
In sports, the women's team got the Heels off to a strong start in Rivals Week.
Weathercaster Johnny O tells us if we'll see rain tonight or just the tears of some unhappy Duke fans.
All that and the excitement of a new football recruiting class. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Carolina Week. I'm Sarah Huffman.
And I'm Adam Rue. Thank you for joining us. The biggest presidential primary day in history is history. On the heels of Super Tuesday, Democrats Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama might have to battle all the way to the nominating convention. And Republican John McCain is on the fast track to his party's nomination. Mike Huckabee won 5 southern states, and now there's talk of a McCain-Huckabee ticket. Mitt Romney vows to stay in the race until the bitter end. Clinton and Obama basically split the important races last night, and the pair is now looking ahead to big contests in the next week. North Carolina's primary isn't until May 6th, and the close race between Clinton and Obama means ours could turn out to be a pivotal state when it comes to selecting the Democratic nominee. After Super Tuesday, the 2008 presidential election isn't the only race heating up. In a few days, UNC will name its own student body president. Reporter Stacy Putzakulish joins us from the studio with a look at one of the candidates.
That's right, Adam. We've shown you Logan Lyles and Kristen Hill, and now it's time to give you a closer look at the third candidate, J.J. Rayner.
With only 6 days left on the campaign trail, J.J. Rayner's spirits are higher than ever.
Oh, I'm so excited. We've had such terrific response. We went dorm storming last night, and people, like whole suites, would just be like, yeah, we're voting for JJ, and it was like so much support.
This junior from Charlotte says she's been working on her platform for months. That is, with the help of 60 to 70 of her closest friends.
Please read the platform. I know it's a little bit long because we did a good job. We do have an abbreviated version. It is searchable by keyword, so you can look at the things that matter to you because they're in there. So just please check it out.
Junior Ray Granger has been helping Rayner with her campaign for months and says the diversity of her platform sets her apart from the other candidates.
She always keeps in mind the diverse populations that we have here. She doesn't really focus on one distinct group, whereas she makes sure that she encompasses everyone with all her platform points.
Rayner hopes her long days spent campaigning in the heart of our campus pay off come Election Day.
And hopefully February 12th, when it comes time to check the box, they'll be like, all right, I've seen JJ, I've met her, I understand what she represents, and I want her to represent me.
Will Rayner get that opportunity? We'll find out in only a few short days.
Stacy, I know the candidates are trying to win the support of different student organizations. How's that going?
As of today, Kristen Hill is in the lead with endorsements from Di-Phi, Young Democrats, and College Republicans, while Logan Lyles won the support of the out-of-state student organization and CHISPA.
Stacy, thank you. Carolina Week will have live election results Tuesday night.
Student body president candidates have to occasionally take a break from politics to show their wild sides. Last night, Bounce magazine hosted the SBP Smackdown in Hamilton Hall. Candidates competed in high-energy games, and supporters stripped to get attention for their candidates. Bounce writers staged a Q&A, and the audience asked candidates about sexual indiscretions. The ramen noodle eating competition was one of the night's milder moments. Some audience members were shocked to see student government officials and candidates engaging in such risque behavior. There's not much time for such craziness. Candidates got back to the serious campaigning this morning. It's less than a week until student elections, and campaigners are using flashy signs and catchy slogans to make their candidates known. Most of the candidates are in the pit, urging students to vote for them, between classes, of course. You can vote for your favorite student body president and senior class president candidates on February 12th by logging on to Student Central.
All of those candidates might be on Franklin Street tonight. Chapel Hill police are gearing up for the possibility of big crowds in the downtown area if the Tar Heels beat Duke tonight. The department will station nearly 40 foot patrol officers up and down Franklin Street to prepare for celebrations like this one after a Carolina win against those dastardly Devils in 2006. Cops will be on the lookout for people jumping over bonfires as well as for vandalism. Lieutenant Kevin Gunter says officers don't expect many problems, but after a celebration 7 years ago got out of hand, they have to be ready just in case.
We have about 36 extra officers working downtown tonight, again in preparation for a win. And I'm not sure how many extra firefighters will be on scene as well.
Students hoping to celebrate on Franklin First have to get into the game, and some will do just about anything for tickets. Students gathered in the pit today to witness two teams compete in the annual What Would You Do for Duke Tickets contest. Team Squawk ate worms from the audience members' mouths and then made a batter of body hair and raw eggs to show their willingness to do anything to get into the game. Team Chug crafted a milkshake of clam juice, eggs, dog food, raw fish to disgust the crowd. Then they took a bite out of the whole fish. Here he goes, look at it. Those efforts.
In the battle of the bird versus the fish. The bird wins.
Our original idea had been botched, so we thought, what could we do?
Shut us down last night and told us we couldn't do our original idea. So we decided just to be birds instead.
Yeah. So we thought that it's fun and truthful, and I think it paid off in the end.
I love the Tar Heels, but I'm not sure I'm that committed to winning tickets to the game. My student tickets will work just fine. Thank you very much.
Carolina and Duke face off tonight, but as Aaron Summers tells us, the folks at the North Carolina Food Bank hope the competition lasts all month.
The Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina's Hoops for Hunger campaign grew out of a competition that began here at UNC. Beat Hunger, Beat Duke. The campaign is a food drive on college campuses in North Carolina and now includes NC State, Wake Forest, and NC Wesleyan. Food drive manager of the Food Bank in Raleigh, Nancy Novell, wants students to become more aware of hunger.
Well, the goal of the program is to raise awareness of the food bank and the 400,000 people who are at risk of hunger every day in our 34 county service area.
This ignites the students' competitive nature.
I'm optimistic that students will get on board and participate and show their school spirit and support their favorite team.
Intense rivalry between the two ACC schools into the food drive. UNC's Campus Y heads the campaign. Co-director Danielle Allen says the competition gets intense.
The competition is really stiff because it's based on pounds per student, and because UNC has a larger student body population than most other schools, it makes it a little bit more difficult to win.
The school that raises the most pounds of food per student wins bragging rights and a trophy. The competition lasts from February 1st to February 29th, and the organizers will announce the winner at the last home basketball game. You can make donations on the NC Food Bank website or take them to the food bank in Raleigh. But make sure you let them know which team you're pulling for. In Chapel Hill, I'm Aaron Summers, Carolina Week.
For more information about the campaign or how you can make a donation, visit our website at carolinaweek.org.
The Battle of the Blues has UNC students revving up for tonight's game. But down Tobacco Road, Duke students are camping out to get seats for next month's matchup. Every year, Duke undergrads brave the elements in Kayville to get those coveted spots in the stands. This basketball season, some of the Cameron Crazies have been tenting since December. Duke student Mike Story says he isn't sure how well Carolina's lottery system would work at Duke and says tenting is an important part of the Duke experience.
It's kind of like a rite of passage type thing, one of those things that can suck while you're doing it if the weather is bad and rainy and you're sleeping in the mud, but at the same time, you look back on it and you're really glad that you did it.
Many Cameron Crazies will stay in tents through their spring break to ensure seats at the game on March 8th.
Police have more than the possible celebration on Franklin Street to worry about. Monica Gibbs is in the Weaver Dairy Road area with more about an ongoing investigation.
Sir, police are investigating 25 car break-ins that have occurred here in Northwoods in northern Chapel Hill.
The latest incidents happened 1 week ago in neighborhoods north of Martin Luther King Boulevard. Most of the cars targeted were parked along the streets. Items stolen were GPS devices, radios, stereo systems, and wallets. Officials say never leave your windows cracked or your doors unlocked. But even when you don't make it easy, thieves use crowbars, hammers, screwdrivers, and even clothes hangers to get in. Community watch and security system signs have done little to help. The owner of this car knows that terrible feeling of finding your car ransacked.
And I noticed that the glove compartment was open, all the papers inside were scattered around the car, My glasses, which I keep in the car, were opened and slung across the seat.
Someone stole UNC student Lauren Sullivan's entire CD system.
Well, it's been broken into 3 times in the past year and a half, which, you know, hasn't been very fun. But they break in through my window and just steal my CD player and then whatever else they can find that looks like it's valuable.
Monica, do the police have any leads?
Sarah, they actually have arrested 2 teenagers in another community nearby, but they haven't related any of those charges with this incident, so they'll continue with the investigation.
Thank you, Monica. Monica Gibbs in the Weaver Dairy Road area. It's the big day, Carolina versus Duke.
Later in the newscast, we'll preview the biggest matchup in college basketball, the very reason some of us draw breath.